Did y'all know that Dame Dash was 1/3 owner of Roc-A-Fella Records still?
So why is he so upset, or why is he not sitting back chilling, smoking cigars, watching his grandkids grow up?
Well, he actually is not the owner as of today, but all this time, I didn't even know he was 1/3 owner of Roc-A-Fella. But Roc-A-Fella was what is Roc-A-Fella doing at
That
the?
was the real question, huh?
Yeah,
It's now Rock Nation and other things.
yeah, it's not Roc-A-Fella anymore. Anyone was wearing Roc-A-Fella clothes?
No, I think
Rockaware, you mean?
Yeah.
Rockaware.
Oh yeah, that Rockaware.
Yeah, back then I was wearing Rockaware.
But you know what? We all under the assumption if it's Rocka, it's the same umbrella. But technically, it's probably all separate, different shit.
Yeah, I'm sure Roc Nation has nothing to do with Roc-A-Fella.
Or Rockaware.
You heard what Nas said, y'all rock fellas, I rock hoes. He said, that's what y'all choose to name your company after.
When that name Safir and Belly.
Yeah, sincere.
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 It's just thing I see the nigga sincere, bro.
Well, Dame Dash had to sell his 1/3 shares of Roc-A-Fella, and it was sold to the state of New York, and it was sold at $1 million, which he's saying was undervalued. It's an undervalue.
Because you know eventually it's going to be worth more than that.
Well, I don't see. The thing is, I don't know what Roc-A-Fella is in 2024. I know what it was. I don't know what it is.
I know artifacts eventually often assume or they accumulate value over the long term. So I think Roc-A-Fella will, at least to some degree, can be considered an artifact to some degree somewhere, something that will accumulate value over the long run.
Well, that was the winning bid, $1 million at a federal auction.
Why did he have to, Alex?
Because he's in debt.
By how much?
Millions.
How many million?
I'm not laughing at him.
Here, let me read an article from the New York Post. It says here that this is funny, actually. Okay, the title is New York State buys shares of Jay-Z's Roc-A-Fella Records to make deadbeat co-founder Damon Dash good on back taxes. Ain't that a jacked up title? The New York Post always does this.
Yep,
very judgmental titles.
And you know, Wesley Snipes, Red Fox, our people successful in the industry have long had a history of taxes not being an expertise and somehow being a stumbling block for multiple successful black people.
It's very easy because when you get paid in the entertainment industry, they give you the full lump sum of whatever it is. They don't take the taxes out like a payroll check.
Right.
And we don't think like, okay, this $100,000 check is really not $100,000.
Yes.
But you treat it like $100,000,
Exactly.
and then you realize, oh shoot, I'm $20,000 in debt now.
Exactly.
So that's the part people don't understand.
All right, my first thing, damn, is Jay-Z that beloved in New York to where they calling Dame Dash a deadbeat in the title?
That's just the New York Post. I don't know. The New York Post does this all the time. They give you these titles that are very judgmental. They'll put you down. It's not an unbiased piece of literature.
Trump said, hang him.
But it was informative because it broke down his actual debt. It said that they sold the 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella that Dame Dash owned was sold for $1 million, and it's in hopes of recouping the $8.7 million that Damon Dash owes in back taxes.
So he perhaps did not receive anything in his deal.
He's not going to get anything in this deal.
Wow, he just lost then.
That ate that up.
He lost ownership, yeah. And he's trying to pay back a debt. And he lost, all he did was lose ownership.
Okay, let me read this part right here. An anonymous Albany representative of the state of New York entered the winning bid of $1 million at the federal auction in Manhattan in hopes of flipping the 33% stake that Dame Dash had in Roc-A-Fella, which produced hits such as Hard Knock Life and 99 Problems. They hope to flip it for enough cash to settle Dash's total debt of $8.7 million.
Bro, all they're going to use is those two records you just named in licensing deals and make that money back within 9 months.
Yeah.
You can license his 99 Problems and Hard Knock Life to 12 different entities and make that money. That's why I said I knew that's an artifact. They coming up, bro. That's like taking a gamble on a fucking storage locker.
But at the end of the day, he won't be in debt anymore. That's
him personally.
Yeah.
But guess what? The person who is going to spend that million,
they're gonna make more, they're gonna make more than the 8.7 that he owes.
Amen. Hallelujah.
But there was only 3 bids for this Dame Dash 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella. One bid was 250,000, another bid was 223,000, and then the state of New York just said, well, we're gonna pay $1 million for it, hoping to flip it so they can pay off all his what did I say, 7 point something million?
Hey, something.
I believe it was more than a hope.
8.7 million. But check this out. Dame Dash also, New York City has also demanded more than 193,000 in unpaid child support from the record executive in recent months, and will be paid from that bid money. So not only does he owe back taxes, he owes back child support.
I would never
really
pay child
foggy.
support.
Whoa.
Well, if the judge
I
says
would
it,
never.
how do you avoid it? I mean, that's what Dame Dash said. I ain't never. That's probably what he
He's
said.
saying he's not going to take a legal job for one because you know what they do. They'll garnish it.
Hey, first of all, it didn't cost me nothing to make this baby, bro. For one. For two, a lot of these fathers is in the kid's life and still getting taxed. So you just getting charged because you well off.
And they have Dame Dash listed as one of the most tax delinquent residents in New York State.
Damn, New York State.
He's on the list.
Hey, New York State, that includes a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, he's on the list. He's the 27th.
You get the.
It says here.
What's the population of New York State?
Yeah, but the 8 million people aren't tax delinquent.
So you no
of the.
So what are the population of the tax?
Oh, they don't have the total number of people that are tax delinquent.
There's a lot. There's thousands, right?
Dash was listed as the 27th most tax delinquent resident in New York State.
Out of thousands of people, of course, right?
Probably.
That's a high seat, bro.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, I think that $8 million will put you at the top of the list.
But me personally, I look at that nothing other than someone who was determined to say F the system. I don't look at that as a character default.
You know what I also think that a lot of guys do in this situation? They always figure out, I'm going to make it on my next deal. I'm going to flip the money on my next. There's always the next project, a next deal, and then I'll break the state off a little bit. And then that doesn't happen.
That's been my mind frame before.
And
I understand
for
that.
Dame, I don't think nothing's come after Roc-A-Fella.
I mean, yeah, movies.
I can relate.
Paper Soldiers, Paid in Full. I mean, he done gave a lot of people their first starts. Kevin Hart.
But what happens is us coming from nothing, we look at certain productions as their everything, not realizing the real financial implications behind that production. Like we start finding out people only got paid $5,000 to be in Friday. Without hearing that, the members of Friday, as big as the motherfucking franchise is, we believe everybody is still straight just off because the fact they was in Friday. And we see it every time we turn on the TV and everybody know about it. We find out motherfucker got paid $5 and that was it. A lot of times that's the case of what's going on with people that are apparently successful to us. The deal actually has them to where they're popular but not paid.
Yeah, but that movie did them justice. It was a kickstart. Everybody that was in that first Friday is booming. Chris Tucker, rest in peace. Cedric. I mean, Bernie Mac, Megan Good, Big Worm. What's my boy name? He rest in peace too. My neck and my back.
But that's my point.
Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac, rest in peace, and then AJ.
He rest in peace too.
AJ.
His brother PJ from Pac.
Yeah, AJ played that, the one that played Eazy.
Yeah.
My point is this though, that we perceive them as cracking, but a lot of people
Debo
express that what we view as cracking is not really cracking.
No, at that point they wasn't.
Who?
I think that was an opportunity, and they took it, and then from that they flourished. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the last point on this Dame Dash tax debt situation was Jay-Z and Dame were disagreeing over who owns all the rights to the Reasonable Doubt album. And apparently Dame believed that he has partial ownership. Jay-Z says no. So they've been going back and forth on the Reasonable Doubt rights.
Dame Dash is starting to make himself look stupid because he's claiming Jay-Z is a snake. And he's trying to take Jay-Z, a snake, to a court that is governed by snakes. How the fuck you think you're going to convince snakes that a snake is wrong?
How his teeth fall out during live? You see that shit?
Whose teeth?
Dame
Dang.
Dash, she was going back and forth for 50.
Yeah.
The troll
Talking shit too.
talking shit in his teeth, like, and he cut
His
the
whole
camera.
front dentures, but it was too late to cut though. That everybody seen it, and he tried to act like it wasn't no big deal. Come face the camera. Yeah.
I was disappointed in Dame, man. You's a boss of bosses, bro. You supposed to have your girl right.